الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
To welcome everyone here to the 12th annual Foreign Manzanar Pilgrimage, sponsored by the Council on American-Islamic Relations and also by the Foreign Japanese American Citizens League. One of the key things about this entire experience is the diverse group of passengers we have from all different backgrounds and who are willing to learn, interested in learning those lessons and seeing what do those lessons mean for today when our country's under such huge challenges.
I think what I'd really like to do, which is making sure that mistakes of the past don't happen again. And with the Japanese-American experience, it's more true today than it was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and even from when 9/11 happened, it's more true today because we're hearing the rhetoric of our elected leaders talking about we can do this to other people, even citing Executive Order 9066 as precedent to lock people up.
I think it's important to record for future generations any stories that you know from your own families where someone helped. If you don't write it down, if you don't record it in some way and put it somewhere for future use, those names, those incidents, those people and what they did and what they meant to the community, how they helped a family will be lost.
there's a distinction between culture and religion and like the human condition, right? So here, like in America, we still have like horrible domestic abuse towards women. We still, like, women don't get paid the same amount as men. So we still have that issue here in terms of like, we still don't have first woman president, right? And actually in some Muslim countries, in Pakistan we had a prime minister that was woman, and a lot of the issues that you do see, it's part of the culture. It has nothing actually to do with the faith itself.
You know, it happens so quickly. And people say, well, why didn't you protest? Well, when you're told from the mid-1800s that, laws will be passed, you can't have land, you can't own land, and you can't ever become a citizen. You will, even with a college degree, you will not be hired. So, people that had university degrees were, working as, at menial jobs. And we knew we were second-class citizens. There were no politicians, there were no people, like we didn't have a Mariko Yamada serving in the assembly. We knew we had no power.
We had 7 kids, so we had to have a big, very big room, yes. And then imagine putting 7 kids, a grandpa, and mom and dad in one room. So if you can imagine that you got more imagination than I have.
When we first came, the barracks were not completed. They had the roof, but they did not have ceilings in each room. So what you got was the sound effect from one end, 6 families, all the way down to the other end. Everybody could hear what was going on. The children, the parents, the yelling and the screaming, and the secrets. It was communal living at its worst.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
It's just something I was reflecting on, because how many times does something happen to somebody and they just say, well, I went through the same thing, you can do the same thing too. But with you guys, it's totally different. It's like, we went through this, and you guys are not going to go through this. So I just want to thank you guys on behalf of the Muslim community. And I love you guys, man.
I looked around and I was struck by what I was seeing in front of me. And what I saw was octogenarians and high schoolers and Japanese Americans and Native Americans and Irish American and African American. This doesn't happen. You see it on TV, and at the end they say drink Coke. And I'm cynical about that. This doesn't happen in real life. And I kept wishing that there was a low-flying satellite that could take a picture of us all laughing and cheering each other on, and it was truly just love, and it can exist, and the whole world needs to see it. And I was struck by it, and I felt like it was a singular moment, and I'm afraid I'll never have that again. So thank you to everybody for letting me have that moment.